This is just a warning now. If there's any audio issues, it's because I don't have my headphones on. I did not feel like wearing them today. Anyway. Hey, hi, hello, how are you? My name is Callie, resident of South Man. This is here to play games. And continue this story. Yeah. We're working on the mural. Mural. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go. I think I was supposed to go work on the mural. I think, at least. I hope. I don't fucking remember. I'll clean it up later. The mural is more important. Fair enough. Let me actually check. What am I doing? Okay. Poor Claire's may have preserved whatever was left in Curacao. Talk to Sister Gertrude about visiting the convent in the Abbey. Father Tom. Else. Okay, let me go talk to Sister Gertrude first. Meadow. Damn, it really is abandoned down here. I should talk to Sister Gertrude since she was a Benedictine nun at Curacao before the poor Clares arrived. She would be able to tell me all about the convent's history for the mural. That was the plan. Hi, Gertrude. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, sister. I have a favor to ask of you. Of course, Magdalene. I'll help however I can. I have a book, the Historia Taciae, and I can't read it very well. Can you help me translate it? Oh, I'm afraid my Latin isn't good enough to translate something like that. Its grammar structures are far too complex. I'm sorry, Magdalene. That's alright, sister. I'll have to find another way. There was one more thing, if you don't mind. It's about the Rathaus mural. Oh, did you need more paint? I believe I have enough gold stored away. No, thank you, sister. I have more than enough paint. I wanted to ask you about the history of Curacao, actually. I'd like to include the Abbey's founding and the history of Tassing's saints to the Rathaus mural. I wrote to Reverend Matthew, since he lived at the Abbey, but wanted to see the place firsthand. Ah, Brother Matthew became a reverend, did he? He was always suited to such a role. But I don't suppose that's what you came up the hill for. You're curious about the saint's history, yes? Yes, I was hoping you could show me around the convent and tell me about its history. The poor Clares don't allow outsiders within the convent, even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming in for such a worldly concern. Well, that makes my job difficult. Let me finish, Magdalene Druckerin. However, Mother Francisca always welcomes those who are considering joining the order. If a young woman sincerely consider joining the convent, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who knows what else she may discover while contemplating the holy life, Ah, yes, I see. Touring the convent will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother Francisca now? Yeah. This is important. Mother Francisca, I'd like to introduce Magdalene Druckerin. The printer's daughter, yes. God bless you, Magdalene. Father Thomas told us of your father's condition, and we pray for his recovery daily. Thank you, Abbess. Such is our duty to serve the Lord and the community that provides for us. Now, what is this about? Sister Gertrude, you know our holy rules. Why bring young Mistress Druckerin to me? Forgive me, Mother. Magdalene is searching for a place in the world and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid her in her spiritual search. She was encouraged by the idea. Right. Yes. I wonder that you've never come up to the Abbey before, Miss Druckeren. If God is calling you to the convent, I am more than willing to help you fulfill that divine cause. What brought this change on? Why are you interested in joining the Poor Clares? With the helping my father, running the chapel, and finishing the mural are all too much for me. Magdalene, you should not abdicate your worldly duties for fear of the unknown. However, I agree that working a printing shop and painting are not suitable duties for a woman. Oh God. Thank God you have turned to us for help. It is no wonder that you have felt overburdened by all of this. Please, come. I am happy to tell you more of our order. Christ. Our small convent used to be a part of the larger Kirsau double monastery, as I'm sure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. However, the Poor Clares live far differently than the Benedictines that once lived here. We believe that it is not ours to produce and live solely on the alms of the community of Tassing as they see fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters here own any personal property. We share this convent as a gift from the church. We believe that the Lord called us into a life of poverty and service. Does such a life appeal to you, Magdalene? I'm not entirely certain yet. I'd like to explore and look around, and get a feel for the place. Magdalene, you must not have understood me. We have deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a laywoman bothering the sisters from their duties or disturbing our rule. However, I will allow Sister Suzanne to show you our duties. Please take your time. When you have finished, please come find me, and we will discuss your decision to join. Finally, thought she'd never finish. What? Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. I'm looking for references for a mural I'm painting in the Rathaus. Well, I'm going to take a look around. Where are we going first? The convent has many parts. The kitchen, the locarium, the chapter house, the yard, and the old workshop, though no one uses that old shed anymore. I'll leave you to decide where to go first. Let's see. Let's see. Where's the chapel? I think the chapel is a good place to start. This is the chapel, where we all gather for Mass and liturgy. It's the oldest part of the convent. And the most drafty. Hello again, Sister Gertrude. The sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but it has represented the abbey from its earliest days. Oh, there's the tower in the library. The cloister is still being constructed here. Yes, the tower was Bergfried long before the structure became a monastery. Bergfried. The Tukey gifted it to Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew. They had no use for it as a keep. These walls have protected Tassing from the attacks of spirit and steel for generations. A noble history, comparable to Annius's founding of Rome, truly. I don't know about that, Magdalene, but it certainly was an endeavor to construct this place. There's some Latin here too, but I can't read it very well. God called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. The Lord Kirsau's castle was destroyed by fire in the year of the death of Emperor Frederick II. Only the tower remained. Thank you, Sister Suzanne. Yes, the first lists the abbey's founding date. Lady Kirsau was actually the one to suggest the old castle be turned into a double monastery. We added the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting. Even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred would remain. Kirsau is unique, a double monastery with 2 saints, one male and one female, to guard the town and abbey. Fascinating to think that even before the Duke gifted it to the church, the fortification was founded by Saint Moritz. The saints have a long history in these lands. Many things once thought lost are truly foundational to how we live. You were right, sister. This mural will be a great reference for the Rathaus. Then I'm glad to have helped. God bless you, Magdalene. Lucarium. Here's the Locarium. Most of the Abbey's visitors come in here, but aren't allowed to enter. We aren't allowed to go into the outside world either. Like Mother Franziska said, isolation is part of our vows. Sister Gertrude once told me the old Benedictine sisters used to go out into town sometimes, and even talk to men on occasion. And I'm stuck here, staring at these walls for the rest of my life. Doesn't seem like Sister Suzanne thinks much of her life here. It must seem like a boring life to her. Even so, she doesn't seem to have the passion that Sister Gertrude and the others have. She hates her life here so much, maybe I should encourage her to leave the order. She must have chosen to stay here for some reason. There we go. Better to leave while she has a future ahead of her. After all, there are plenty of young men in Bavaria who would make good husbands. Still, there may be a reason why she chose to stay. I don't want to overstep my bounds. Are you unhappy here, Sister Suzanne? Do you regret your choice? Ha! Choice? I didn't have a choice. My father promised me to the church as a baby. Some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. So there I was, dropped into the poor class the summer I turned 17. I'm so sorry. No one should be forced into a life they don't want. We daughters are born to bear our family's legacy. Between our legs or on our backs, it doesn't matter. My family is devoted to the church. I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord, but this isn't what I wanted. But since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even manage it. We can only do the best we can. I pray that one day it'll be different. Maybe, but we certainly won't ever live to see it. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Margaret. At least they get to see something of the outside world before they were 20. If you could be anything else, what would it be? I would have liked to go to one of the big cities, at least once. I would have been happy to just be a shopkeeper's wife. Thanks for listening, Magdalene. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the cloister. Lead on. We've been there. Let's go to the courtyard. It's colder today. There's not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was here has long been covered in weeds. All I know about this place is that the walls were added when the convent was built into the monastery. Oh, God bless you, Sister Benedicta. Sister Suzanne, God bless you. Oh, this ice is hard. I recognize you, Sister Benedicta. I think I've seen you in town once or twice. Yes, you would have seen her. Sister Benedicta is the youngest of the sisters. Mother Franziska allows only one sister to deal with the townsfolk. Benedicta received this privilege. Burden, more like. I have to run around everywhere, gathering all the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside, where it's warm. What are you doing up in the convent, anyway? Mother Franziska said I could look around. Oh, well, don't let me get in the way, then. Actually, Sister Benedicta, I wanted to ask you some questions. Do you like being a nun? Oh, yes, I don't mind at all. It's far quieter than home, and I don't have to share my bed with my siblings anymore. I like to help the older sisters, and I don't mind the chores, except when it's cold like this. I have one more question, Sister Benedicta. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts lately? Ghosts? No, everything has been normal recently. I haven't noticed anything odd. Is this about Sister Marie's ghost? I think it's Mauritius myself. I can't read. Oh no. Who? Mauritius. Don't tell Mother Franziska this, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It said that a Roman commander named Mauritius conquered Tassing, but the colony failed. Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. I wonder if this is a different retelling of St. Moritz saving Tassing. Oh, maybe. I don't remember the book mentioned any saints. The Latin was hard to read. Anyway, when Sister Marie said she saw a ghost, I thought it must be Mauritius, trying to get us out. A Roman ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? What did you do with this book, sister? Oh, well... Well, I had it in the kitchen one day with me and I accidentally laid the fire poker on it. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh my god, it must be completely destroyed. I tried to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry, Magdalene. I suppose it was better that the book got some use before it was lost forever. Besides, that story gives me ideas for the Rathaus mural. Thanks for telling me about the book, sister. I won't tell Mother Franziska. God bless you, sister. Ah, thanks, Magdalene. God bless you. The workshop is covered in dust. Yes, this was the Benedictine sisters' workshop. They used to make badges and art for pilgrims coming to see the hand of St. Moritz. It looks like everything was just left here after the fire. Nothing's been used in years. We can't subsist on painting, and the poor Clares don't produce goods for sale, so we have no reason to be in here. But art allows us to find beauty in life. Even Christ said the Father clothed the lilies of the field in beauty. I agree, but it's not the rule of the poor Clares. Mother Franziska considers art a temptation into hedonism. Mother Franziska doesn't let us come in here, unless to put something in storage. I've come in a few times and noticed some of the brushes have gone missing. Paint pots, too. You think one of the sisters is secretly painting? Oh lord, no. We all live too close together in the convent for something like that to go unnoticed. In any case, I think it's sad the workshop is left like this. Truthfully, Magdalene, I don't think you should join the convent, even if that's not what you were here to do anyway. Gertrude talks about you, and you seem to love your art. Without it, you'd hate it here. Fair enough. This valuable paint looked to dry and crack on the palettes. There's an old parchment scrap here. It's different from the others. It's like a scrap from a manuscript. There's something written in Latin in the margin. It says, the Mithraeum of Tassing had been destroyed by a flood. Mithraeum? That's the same word I saw in the Roman section of the mine. Wait, this might be from the book Sister Benedicta found. I wonder why it mentions the Mithraeum. I don't know. It's not a word I've ever heard before. There's certainly nothing in the convent by that name. Well, the note says the Mithraeum was destroyed, so I suppose it doesn't matter much now. Old badges are beautiful. I hope the pilgrims who bought them love them too. Okay. Kitchen. This is the kitchen. There's not anything that interesting here. Sister Marie and Sister Isabeau take care of most of the kitchen duties, but everyone pitches in when needed. God bless you, child. Are you delivering something? Oh, I'm considering joining the convent, so Mother Francisca graciously allowed me to visit with you. Alleluia! Glory and praise be to God. You've brought such joy to me this day, child. I haven't actually joined yet, sister. You have a strong stomach. Perhaps you can help Sister Isbao and me in the kitchens. Isbao. I enjoy preparing meals for the sisters that nourish us, but I can never bring myself to butcher the animals. Sister Isbao has graciously taken on that task for me. We need sustenance, but I feel butchering any animal is wrong according to the rule of St. Francis. To cause suffering to any living creature is unnecessary and evil, even if God granted Adam and Eve dominion over the animals. The kitchen seems fairly simple. Is there anything here from the convent's founding days? No more than the structure itself, I'm afraid. Cookware needs replacing over the years. Though some nights a ghost appears to me by the cook fire, a lost spirit trapped between heaven and hell. Sister Marie, not this again. Not to Magdalene, please. What made you think you saw a spirit, sister? The figure rose up through the very ground we stand on at vigils, not a fortnight ago. Dawn and dusk are the hours when the boundaries between this world and the spiritual world are weakest. We may be the newest arrivals here, but this convent is very old. Perhaps there was something Roman underneath this foundation centuries before. The spirit may seek to show the presence of God now that it rests on holy ground. Seek to know the presence of God. Spirit in Kirsau, why would it come to the convent, though? It breaks my heart to think the spirit was crying out for help, trapped beyond heaven's reach. Why don't we keep going, Magdalene? It's better not to get Sister Marie too upset. Of course. God bless you, sister. God bless you, child. Well, you've seen the entire convent. There's not much here. What do you think of it? I can see why people choose the holy life, but it's not for me, not without art. I understand. You've dedicated your whole life to your work. You'd struggle to give that up now. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone from outside the convent. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Now you have me thinking about whether or not I should remain with the sisters. I think you should go. Your family just left you here. You don't owe the sisters anything. I do, though. The sisters have taken care of me. They love me and I love them. Even if this life wasn't my choice, they accepted me. Who knows? Maybe it will get better in time. Maybe. I'll try to help any way I can, even if it's just sneaking around the convent wall to say hello. Really? That would be wonderful, so long as no one found out. Anyway, we should return to Mother Francisca before she suspects something. I learned a lot today. Thank you for showing me around the convent. No, thank you, Magdalene. Today has been more interesting than any day I can remember in the Abbey. Come, let's find Mother Francisca. She'll be wanting to hear what you thought of the place. Well, Magdalene, what is your assessment of the poor Clares? Is the good Lord calling you to a life with us as a sister? I'm compelled by the devoted life and the sisters lead. Both sisters lead Mother Francisca, but I'm afraid I must tend to my father first. Of course, I understand. Caring for your father is in itself. Typo. Caring for your father in itself is a noble path. However, if your heart leads you back up the hill, the doors to the convent are always open to you. Our community is quite modest compared to the splendor of an old Benedictine house operating under the rule of a powerful abbot. I see why fewer women are drawn to the order these days. Thank you for allowing me inside. You are most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. Ah, Magdalene, how did your little expedition go? Well, I learned about the Poor Clares, but not as much about the history of the Abbey as I wanted. But sister, there's something I don't understand. The Abbey was so prosperous. Why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? What a task that would be. The chapel was beautiful. Stained glass always caught my eye in the morning. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. The abbot felt the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome in Tassing and moved on. In truth, the abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Kirsau was running out of money and patrons. The riot and the fire was simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Did anything survive the fire? Some of the buildings are intact, but all are terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I doubt you'd find anything of help for your mural inside, other than charred wood and parchment. It might still be worth taking a look, if I'm careful. I worry after you sometimes, Magdalene. I really do. Thank you for all your help, Sister Gertrude. You are most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. Meow. Ugh. Mugwort. Meow. Son of Mousefinger! Mousefinger! Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Well, that was... I don't know. I did learn more about the founding of Curacao. That illustration from the manuscript, the Mithraeum, it was like the one in the mine. Part of the history of the Abbey of Tassing must be written down somewhere. And the library haven't burned down with everything in it. The ruins are right there. Maybe not everything was destroyed. Anne of St. Moritz, the poor Clares take care of it, not that the Benedictines are gone. The poor Clares. Oh my god, my neck. Ooh, sheesh, they'll let me in now, fuck yeah! My god, this is amazing. I wonder what it must have looked like before the fire. Everything collapsed in the fire. I'll have to be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. Please don't get hurt, Magdalene. Oh shit. Yeah, saw that coming. Oh no, I can't get back up there. If I climb it, it might collapse further. I'll have to find another way out. There's nothing left of the old staircase. I guess I can't go this way. These vines go all the way to the top, though. They look sturdy enough to hold my weight. Well, there's no other way out. I can see all of Tassing from here. I wonder if I can piece together the foundations of the Abbey and find a way to get to the library. I bet I could get down this way. The roof looks pretty stable. She's so bold. I wonder if we'll find Andreas's fucking corpse. Or skeleton. Or if it was all burned to ash. Oh, God. I remember when the library burned down. Dad told me I was just a baby, but I remember the flames coming out of the windows. So many people were screaming and running around. I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since then. It doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Well, Magdalene, how are you going to get out of here? These roses seem to have made the Abbey their home. I'm glad something beautiful is still growing here. Okay, so I can go into the cloister. Okay. Okay, so there's nothing down here. This place is a mess. How sad. This door's stuck. Can't get through this way. Oh, shit. Oh, an old mural. It's worn, but I can still see some of the figures. A dance of death? What? These figures look new. The paint can't be more than a few years old. Someone's been adding to this. Oh my god, not Casper in the fucking fire. This feels wrong. Who would add nude figures to the dance of death? And why? These look like people from town, too. From here. People who died. That must be the Baron, and that's Otto. Wait, is that... Someone's here. Hello? Who are you? The door. Whoever was watching me must have opened it. I don't like this. I think I've seen everything left of the Abbey. I want to get out of here. Oh, shit. It's snowing already. The almanac said it shouldn't start for another week at least. I think we're in for a hard winter. And the whole guest house is falling apart. Vines have grown over the entrance to the old abbot's house. Damn. Man. So I guess Casper did die. No, that makes me so sad. I thought he fucking lived. Lord bless you, Magdalene. And God bless you, Father Thomas. Do you have a moment? Of course. What can I help you with? I wanted to ask you about Tassing Saints. I'd like to represent them in the Rathaus. I'm thrilled to hear it. The Saints will make a wonderful centerpiece for the murals. Simply as a part of Tassing's history. Of course, I consider our saints to be central to Tassing history. Kirsau's too. But you know, there is one saint you're overlooking. Contemplate. Why, the Blessed Virgin, of course, Mary. Many people forget that Mary is the greatest saint, and she visited one of the peasants here in Tassing centuries ago. Virgin Mary appeared in Tassing. Why? Yes, she appeared to give a message. Centuries ago, a farmer in the fields behind us had 3 visions of Mary. In the first, she told him that she wanted him to tell the Bishop of Freezing that she had appeared. The peasant traveled down to Freezing, but the bishop would not see or hear him. That's not a short trip. It certainly is not, but the peasant had received a holy vision. What else could one do in the face of a divine revelation? Well, when you put it that way. The peasant returned to Tassing and had another vision in the field. The Virgin showed him a pattern, a labyrinth. She told him to draw it on a sheet of birch bark and bring the drawing to the Bishop of Freezing. The bishop attempted to turn the peasant away, but he could see the drawing of the labyrinth in his hands. It was the same image that the bishop had seen in a dream 3 nights earlier. He met with a peasant who told him of the 2 apparitions he had seen here in Tassing. The bishop was moved by the peasant's story, and he came here to Tassing. And when the bishop came, Mary appeared to both of them. She told the farmer that the town needed to build this church. She told the bishop to support the town. I had no idea that's where all of this came from. It's not a story I tell much anymore. I suppose the people here think of Moritz and Satya, their connection to this place. Mary is such a core part of their prayers that they forget about our particular Mary. But in any case, Our Lady's demands were clear, so the bishop helped fund the creation of this church. The people of Tassing have been using it ever since. You're not from Tassing. How did you hear this story? True, I am not. The people told me when I came. And the former priest told them when they were children, and so on. The priest and the flock have shared the responsibility of passing on the story over the centuries. Thank you for the story, Father Thomas. Have I convinced you to include the saints prominently in the mural? I'm still considering it. Well, if deliberation fails you, perhaps you will find that prayer gives you greater clarity. God bless you in your work, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. Hello, Father Thomas. Can you spare a moment? Yes, of course, Magdalene. What is it? Well, I found this book, but I can't read the Latin very well. Could you help me translate it? The whole book? Oh dear, I can't afford that much time away from my duties right now. This Christmas sermon is coming up, and I've already fallen behind on Advent preparations. Could the matter wait, perhaps? I'd be happy to look it over after the festivities. Of course, Father. Thank you, Magdalene. Ugh. I can talk to Else as well. Magdalene, dear, what brings you up the hill? Dowd was telling me your family's been in Tassing for hundreds of years. Oh, is this for the mural? I'm not sure I want to get mixed up in that. I won't depict your family specifically, if that helps. You're one of the few people who knows anything about the town after the Romans left. The Muellers have been a pillar of Tassing for generations, yes. Though I'm afraid I only know a little bit about them. And much of that I've heard from others. Linhart didn't care to talk about the past. I meant your family, the one you were born to. Your family name was Kaviezel, wasn't it? Oh. Not a soul in town has asked me about my family for years. I was beginning to think my neighbors had forgotten us. I'm not surprised your father remembers the Caviezels. He was sweet on my sister before he met your mother. I am the last of us left now. Is that a local name? I should think so. My grandfather told me that Caviezels have lived in Tassing for hundreds of years. Perhaps even 1,000, though it seems impossible to imagine a time so long ago. Are they pagans? Yes, the original Bavarian people, here even before the Romans. My grandfather said his grandfather told him the Caviezels resettled the town after the Romans left. Built a new home right on the spot where they had been living when the Romans arrived. That's a remarkable story. It reminds me of Parzival's quest for the Grail. He's driven from the court of King Arthur and wanders the countryside honorless. He meets a holy man who brings him to God, and through regaining his honor, Parzival completes his journey to the Grail. What a lovely idea. Now I think of the ancient Caviezels driven from their land, only to find it again and become Christians. They feel nearer to me. Do you understand? I think so. It's like when my dad tells me stories about courting my mom. I don't remember her face, but when he tells me about her smile, I can almost recall it. Yes. It doesn't matter whether you really remember. When I sing my sister's favorite songs to Ulrich, I may not know all the words anymore, but that's all right. Just as I may not know exactly how the Caviezels resettled Tessing. What matters is that I feel close to her and to them, even though they are so far from me now. That is what stories are for, Magda. Now go on, you've got a mural to complete. Thank you, Else. You've given me much to consider. God bless you, Magdalene, dear. I should get back to the Wrath House and get to work. Sheesh. Not the babies. I wish to go up, thank you. God. Magdalene, what do you want? Hello, Dr. Stolz. I have a book here and I can't read it very well. I was wondering if you could help me translate it. No. But No, Magdalene. I can't be bothered by your lack of literacy. It's not stupid and I'm not illiterate. God damn you, I said no. Leave. Damn. Magdalene! Yes? The cinnamon I added to the beer is perfect. Isn't that a spice? Yes, with many wonderful properties. The copper pots you helped me pipe are part of the process. Oh, I thought it was for something more serious. Magdalene, making beer is quite serious. Anyway, it's for the Christmas celebration. Oh, I suppose you don't have much time left. Quite right. The wheel of time stops for no man. But it's going to be wonderful. Cinnamon, coffee from Ethiopia, cacao from the New World. Ooh. Jesus Christ, he who has the money can do everything. Problem? Of course not, it's your money. Anyway, I'm quite excited about it. Clearly. As such, alchemy is not normally my strong suit. And for all of Nasia's complaints about the cost, the base rye we're using is free. Really? Yes. The farmers had so much rye this year they couldn't use it all. Gret made as much bread with it as she could, but she wound up having to throw a lot out. So why not make beer? Not vaguely. Thank you. Actually hoping you might be able to translate something for me. Translate? From Latin? Yes. I came across a book about the history of Tassing and was hoping you could help me read it. Oh no, not today. I'm far too busy for that at the moment. Ignacio and I have our hands full preparing for the Christmas ale, can't you see? Of course. Sorry to bother you. Not at all. Apologies I couldn't be of more help. Damn. Alright, what have we got here? Magdalene. Dr. Stoles. So, you're doing quick work with mural, eh? I hope that doesn't make you sloppy. Well, I've rigged the scaffolding sheets so that enough air can flow through. That way, the layers dry quickly. Ah, yes. How very clever of you. In any case, the council wants to hear what you're doing. I've been researching the early Christian history of Tassing after the Romans left. Learning how people settled in the ruins, how the abbey was founded, and why our saints are so important to us. It was a lot to take in, but I've settled on my subject. And... I'll paint the Bavarians settling among the Roman ruins, starting the Christian history of Tassing. You may find that ignoring the saints in favor of such a mundane portrayal of events is unwelcome. Even so, I suppose it is an important step in the history of Tassing. Remember, the mural isn't for your benefit, but to make Tassing look good. I remember. Very well. After this section, there's still so much work to do. I haven't even figured out how I'm going to portray the revolt. Ah, yes. I imagine it poses difficulties that the other murals do not. It is a strange thing to tell a story that still lives in the hearts of so many people here. I don't think anyone wants to talk about it. They've all just locked it away. Sounds like you have your work cut out for you. I'll leave you to it then. Oh, Dr. Stoles? Yes? Have you ever seen anyone lurking around outside the Abbey? Or heard about it? I haven't been up to the Abbey in years, and no, I haven't heard anything like that. Why? I've seen someone following me. A few times. No, I don't know anything about it. Now, if there's nothing else... No. Good night, Dr. Stoles. Good night, Magdalene. I hope he is the next one to die, but I don't think he will be, because I think he had some sort of hand in something. Now I only have the final part of the mural to finish. How should I paint the revolt? Dad always talked about how the archdeacon was the only one seeking justice in those days. But what was his name? The only name I can remember is the name of the archdeacon who came to Tassing when that baron was killed. Jacob Essler. Maybe he wrote an account of the revolt as an archdeacon. I'll write to him and ask. And of course, I need to write back to Esther too. I'll write them tonight, before bed. Check on father. Hello, Magdalene. This man is not going to survive the winter. Where to begin? Esther. Jacob Essler, formerly Archdeacon of Freising. My name is Magdalene Juckrin. I am an artist in the town of Tassing in Upper Bavaria. Ooh. I believe you passed through our community when you investigated Baron Rothvogel's murder at Kearsarge Abbey in 1518. Do you remember anything about that case that the people in Tassing might not remember? Did you see any evidence that might suggest there was some sort of larger conspiracy at work? Thank you for any help you can give. Magdalene Juckrin. Dearest Esther, I hope you are well. You must know how tremendously happy I am for you and Simond, and Elisha, of course, and your parents. It warms my heart to know that your family is doing so well. By the time this letter reaches you, I expect winter will have enfolded Tassing. It's already freezing at night, so I've reorganized the workshop so that the inks don't deteriorate. Do you have to worry about that in Prague? You've said it snows, but I always imagined it was warmer in winter. Dad's condition is so much worse, and he's in so much pain. Dr. Stoll's husband, well, he's a useless asshole. Only God knows why he's such a bitter old man, but he's neglected Dad almost entirely. Some days he doesn't show up, and even if he does, he just snaps instructions at me and rushes off. I just wish I understood why. I worry about Dad. I've asked Agnes for help, but there's only so much we can do alone. He's not going to make it, and there's nothing I can do. Christ, I'm scared, Esther. The mural is progressing well, but I can't shake the feeling that someone is following me. I keep seeing this figure around town. After I explored the mines to see Tassing's early history, and then again in the Abbey ruins. No one else in Tassing has seen anything, but some of the nuns say they've seen ghosts. It's the strangest thing, given me a fright few times already. But I don't mean to worry you. Nothing's happened to me yet, so I think I'll be safe. The only good news I can share at the moment is that the mural is almost finished. I should have it completed by Christmas, or soon after. Before the new year, at least. Then perhaps, at long last, I shall be able to visit you and meet the Simond. Anyway, I fear this will be my last letter of the year. The Reich post has already been late, and reported worsening snows through the passes. We seem to be stepping into a harsh winter. Stay warm and give my regards to your family and Simond. Yours always, Magda. I want Esther and Magda to be together personally, but whatever. That's just me. How did this get here? Ha! Stop. This is just like the note Dad found. They're trying to scare me. If I don't stop, are they going to try to kill me next? I need to ask Dad about this. It can't be a coincidence. But he's been so weak, I don't want to upset him. I just need to wait for the right time. I hope there is a right time. I'm gonna go ask him now. Fuck a right time. Damn it. Late, I should get some rest soon. Actually, stay awake. I want to leave. Hello, Magdalene. How is your father? Unwell still and getting worse. Is he eating? You must make sure that he's eating. I know the season makes it difficult, but he needs the best of what you have in storage if he's to heal. I'll send Nico over with a few of our good apples later. I'm sure Klaus would appreciate the visit. I'm very grateful to you both. Well, it's mutual. Your father has done much for me and Nico in these past few years. Even counseled on our... Never mind. Your what? Oh, it's only that, well, your father is a learned man. In books, yes, but in matters of family, too. You're proof enough, I should think. A respectable young woman like you, raised all alone. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought up your mother. I know it still hurt Klaus. I wish I'd had the chance to know her. All I have left of her is what others have told me. She lives in you. I see it in your stature, in your mind. She is still here with us. You've grown into quite a woman, Magdalene. I hope you find a happy marriage with a man worthy of the woman your father raised. I don't find the offerings of Tassing to be worth much. Then go and see what's out there. Ah, that's enough talk for me. There's work to be done, and the inn doesn't run itself. Till later, Magdalene. Until then. Good evening, Magdalene. What brings you to the Golden Hand? I'm on my way back from the Abbey. I thought exploring the ruins would be helpful for the mural. Good to see you in one piece. I'm surprised that old tomb hasn't collapsed by now. Say, Magdalene, would you mind doing me a favor? Hannah's birthday is coming up and I asked Gret to make her something special. Killian and I have our hands full here, so I was hoping you might pick it up. Of course, I'd be happy to help. You're a credit to your mother, Magdalene. Thank you. I'll have some of Baltus's fresh brew set aside for you when you get back. It's his best yet. I'll stop by the Albans straight away. Don't rush on my account. But I appreciate it all the same. Be well, Magdalene. Until later. To the Albans. Oh, no, not up there. Down, thank you. Side quest, bitch. Oh no! Damn. I'm too late. Oh well. Honk you. Should get some rest soon. Go to sleep. Let's see if she gets fucking murdered in her sleep. Oh, no, okay. Okay, a couple days into December. Mistress Jukrin, only one letter for you today. Pass is nigh impossible to traverse, and the heavy snow is hard on the horse and me. Anyway, happy Advent, my dear. Thank you. The same to you. Ah, a reply from Jacob Essler. Mistress Druckerin, I do recall the Rothvogel case, though it has been over a decade since I have served as an archdeacon. I am no longer associated with the office of the Prince Bishop. In fact, I am no longer associated with the Catholic Church. If you do not mind conversing with a Lutheran, I will tell you what I remember. I investigated several murders as archdeacon, but none had the curious spectre of the conspiracy that haunted Baron Rothvogel's. After the peasants burned Kiesau, I read a report suggesting that a conspiracy was behind the murder of the town carpenter as well. It was around this time that I did some research of my own into the death of Father Garano's predecessor, Father Matthias. While no one suspected foul play at the time, I had reason to believe that his death may be connected to the 2 other murders. If this is the case, a serpent has lain coiled in the bosom of your community for decades. It may lay there still. What causes this serpent to awake every few years to stage a new killing? I fear that finding the answer to that question may draw you into its reach. However, if you are determined to find the source of the trouble, I believe you must inquire with your neighbors. I urge caution in your investigation into this matter. If the serpent merely sleeps, it may be dangerous to poke into its old resting places. I hope this has been of some help to you. May God bless you and keep you safe. Jacob Estler. No reply from Esther this time. It must have been delayed due to the heavy snow. Postman said I won't receive any more letters until spring. Better get back to the Wrath House then. Still more work to be done. Damn. Okay. Ooh, Christmas Eve. Good morning, Dad. I finally caught up on the mural, and now I can start the final part today. I promise, I'll get it done. Magdalene, I'm proud of you. Thanks, Dad. I'm sorry Dr. Stoll says you can't come to the festivities tonight. I know how much you love the Perchtenlauf. Ah, there's always next year. Right. How are you feeling? Dr. Stoll said he would come by again today. Fine. I'm fine. Maybe I should stay home with you today. No, Magdalene. If you want to work, you should work. It's all right. In fact, my spirits are lifted today. It's Christmas Eve, after all. Of course. What's wrong? Dad, I found a note back in November. A note? What do you mean? It was like a note I found in your plans for the murals. Just a scrap of parchment. It looked like it came out of an old manuscript. Elaborate writing, purple ink. It just said, stop. Do you know where they came from? Who wrote them? Magdalene, Oh god, that must be Oltz. He said he'd drop by with more firewood. If you know something, I'd like you to tell me, alright? I know. I will. Can we talk about it later? Dad. I'll tell you. I promise. Alright. This man is gonna die. I'll be back later. Good. Take care of yourself out there. This man's gonna die before he can tell us anything. Ugh, fuck. Okay. Alright. Still as messy as ever. Alright. Oh, that's it. Damn. I really want to keep playing, but it's getting late, so I shouldn't. Oh my god, though. I'm, like, baffled. I don't know who the hell it could be. Genuinely. Damn. Well, we will find out next time, because I think we'll beat the game next time. Especially if I do it on a day that I can stay up later and push. So yeah. Thanks for coming to hang out and play Pentiment with me. Yeah. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, morning, evening, whatever time zone you may be in. I hope it's a fantastic one. And I will see you next time. Tuesday, probably, I think. Probably Tuesday. Probably Tuesday. I'll put my schedule out in a bit. Yeah. See you next time.